Hey everyone, it is Natalie here, and today I am coming to you with a high school advice video, and I am so excited because if you guys can't tell, I am in a totally new background and it is kind of plain right now. I am in the process of moving apartments. I actually already moved, but I am just in the process of decorating my new apartment. So I am getting new shams in the back, and they're going to be light pink, so I think that'll be really pretty. And I have no idea what to do on this wall, so if you guys could leave some ideas down below, that would be awesome because I don't know what to put and it looks really plain. So yeah, just give me some ideas. My theme is like white and gold and a little bit of light pink. But yeah, and a lot of wood I have. It's really cute. I cannot wait to give an apartment tour. I will be doing that, don't worry, but once it's all decorated and once I am all settled in, that will be coming to you. This is a high school advice video, and I know a lot of you guys have already started high school or about to start high school, but I just figured this will be good no matter what stage in high school you are in and whether you started or not, because you don't need to know all these the first day of school. This is just the things I have learned throughout high school that I kind of wish I knew, but also just some tips and advice for you guys. The first piece of advice that I have and tip that I wish I knew is that your friend groups in high school will change. The people that you entered high school with, most likely, of course there are exceptions, most likely though, the people that you're friends with freshman year will change by the time you get to senior year. I am not close friends with anyone that I was friends with in middle school or freshman year of high school. And that is kind of sad, but at the same time, both of you guys just grow apart, and I'm not saying that it needs to change by a big fight, because that did not happen to me. It's just we just grew apart. We went our separate ways, and we realized where kind of we belonged, like what friend groups fit us the best. Sophomore year, I stayed friends with a lot of people that I was friends with senior year, but yeah, your friend groups in high school will change and they will evolve, and it is okay because that is just the process of life. And honestly, your friends senior year are your best friends for life. So, well, maybe not for life because I'm only a sophomore in college, but they're your best friends for a while. So yeah, senior year is what's really important, and like those friends are great, and it's okay if you drift away from the friends that you were friends with that you thought you'd be with your whole life. Even it's just okay. It happens to everyone. Second tip I have for you guys is that people will change, or people will do anything to fit in high school. That's not really a tip, it's just kind of something I've learned. And a tip for me is that don't be one of those people who do anything to fit in, because it's so not worth it, and you guys will enjoy your high school so much if you try to just be yourself instead of trying to fit in. There were so many girls that I was friends with and that just I knew, and they would do anything to be with the popular kids. And unfortunately, the popular kids in high school, I have found, at least in my high school, were the kids who drank and the kids who smoked, and those were the popular kids. I recommend that you don't need to drink to have fun, and I recommend that you don't smoke because smoking is bad for you. But anyways, if that is your thing, I guess that's like your friend group. But if that's not, don't try to be friends with those people just because you want to be cool, because by senior year, again, everyone kind of is in the same friend group. Like there's no like popular, not popular. At least I realized senior year everyone comes together. Please don't do anything to fit in because it's so not worth it, and you will have so much more fun being yourself and being with friends that actually care about you instead of friends that all they think about is who's gonna buy your alcohol, where are we gonna drink next, whose house are we gonna have a party at. So much better to not be like that and to just go with your friends that actually care about you. You will have such a great high school if you do that. Number 3 kind of has to do with number 2, but I've realized that people in high school will do things, and you will do things that you never thought that you would do. And that's kind of sad because I've heard that quote, like, would your 7-year-old self be proud of who you are today? Because I think a lot of us, when we were in 5th grade, we signed up for like the DARE program and we were like, I vow to never drink and never do drugs. And in high school, that changes, and people who said that they would never do it end up doing it, and a lot of people do, and it's actually very sad, but that's what I've just realized, that people say that they won't do something entering high school and then they'll change and do it by the end of high school. And I would advise that you stay true to who you are and make sure that you always have your values in check, that if you guys have certain values that you want to stick by for life, just like morals, make sure that you always go back to those. Kind of reassure yourself, or not reassure yourself, but think back and be like, okay, am I being who I am? Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Or are my morals lining up, or am I just trying to do this to fit in? Make sure that you always check yourself. That is so important, to always just make sure that you have accountability. Make sure I mean, I personally would advise maybe even an accountability partner, someone who's kind of on the same page as you in your beliefs, and just telling them, hey, will you make sure that I'm on the right track and I'll make sure you're on the right track? Obviously, don't be like, hey, you're wrong, you're doing something bad, I don't want to be friends with you. No, that is not what it means. It just means like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that because, you know, we told ourselves that we wouldn't. Something like that. But yeah, because people will end up doing things that they never thought that they would do, and that typically happens to everyone. That's happened to me, that's happened to all my friends. But just make sure that you always have your morals in check and that you can always go back to those and you don't stray so far apart that you don't even know what those were anymore. Number 4 is that it is very hard to keep secrets in high school. I have learned my high school, I say, would be like average sized. I had about 330 people in my graduating class. We had about like 1,200 or something in the whole school, something like that, 1,300 maybe. And secrets got out, people gossip. It's basically like a pastime in high school to gossip about everyone at your high school. So yeah, there are no such thing as secrets in high school. That's just what I've learned. You will tell someone one thing and then they'll be like, okay, promise not to tell anyone, but this person told me this. That person goes, promise not to tell anyone, but this person tells me this. It's just a chain reaction, and then it just gets blown out of proportion. And yeah, people don't keep secrets in high school. I didn't really have drama in high school. I had 1 year drama, but like not really. And people still like knew everything that I did, everything. It was just, yeah. People know everything about you. Number 5 is to go to sporting events. That one sounds kind of like silly, like, okay, why do I need to do that? Even if you're not, I guess if you really hate sports, you don't have to, but sporting events are so much more than just the sports. It's really just a time where your whole grade comes together and you hang out with everyone in your school in a not school environment, like you're not doing work. You're actually having fun at a sporting event, cheering on your high school, and having school spirit really is cool, guys. Like, seriously, even if you don't like your school, have some school spirit just to like have some fun, because you will always have fun if you participate. But anyways, go to sporting events. They are so much fun. Like, I remember football games were so much fun. Even though my football team sucked my senior year, it was still so much fun. And like, our soccer team was the bomb, and like, soccer games were so, oh my god, they were so fun. Basketball games are fun. Just like literally anything. Lacrosse games, they were all, everyone just went and everyone had so much fun going, and that was like my favorite part of the week, going to sporting events. So I recommend starting freshman year to just go, be involved, go to sporting events, go to games, like cheer on your friends, cheer on your school. It's actually a lot of fun, and those will be the memories that you will remember when you graduate high school. I promise you that. Number 6 kind of has to do with number 5, but it is participate in Spirit Week and just school spirit. It is so much fun, like I was saying, to participate. I remember we had Spirit Week 2 times a year, and half the school would not participate, and I would just be like, wow, why are you too cool to dress up for like, I don't know, like tacky day. We never had that, but like something like that. Like, come on, they are so much fun. Me and my friends would go to Goodwill and buy all of our outfits, and like, I remember thinking that that week was like the best in my high school. I still remember it to this day, and that was 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, that is so weird that that was 2 years ago. I like can't wrap my mind around it because I remember it so vividly, and like I'm about to cry. Number 7 is kind of like what I was saying a little bit in the beginning, but who you are freshman year is not who you are going to be senior year, and that is okay. Because freshman year, you are what, 14 years old, and senior year, you are an adult. You are 18 years old. So much happens in those years, and so much growing, like physically, spiritually, emotionally, everything. You just grow those years. You really find out who you are, as cheesy as that is, and you really find out what you want to be in life, what you want to do in life, not necessarily career-wise, but just the type of person you want to be, and that is so important. And you change so much, and accept that who you are freshman year is not who you're going to be senior year, and that is so great. Like, you don't want to be the same person you were freshman year, senior year. God, no. Like, look at pictures of me freshman year. I don't want to be that person again. Number 8 is actually try hard, but do not believe that the person you are, like, in high school is going to determine how well you'll do in the real world. Like, it's not going to determine your success. If you failed a couple classes in high school, try really hard not to do that. Obviously, if you're failing on purpose, then you need to step up your work ethic. But if you're truly trying your best and you're not getting the best grades, you don't have a 4.0 or whatever, that is okay. And how well you do in high school does not determine how well you're going to do in college or in the real world. And my biggest pet peeve is when people think that you have to go to college. My high school, everyone went to college. I think we had 10 kids I think we had 3 kids not go to college. 3 out of 330. My high school was so competitive, oh my gosh, and I really did love my high school because I am competitive, but for some people, it's not a good environment, and it's also just college is not the end goal. That should not be your end goal. You don't need to go to college. Like, I think that a lot of people don't realize that you don't need to go to college. Higher education is not a right, it's not a necessity, and you don't need it to succeed. And I think it's such an insult when people think that you need to go to college to do well, because that's so not true. There's so many other fields that you can go in that don't require college, and what if you have a talent and you want to pursue that and that doesn't require college? Go for it. Like, I think that you don't need college. I obviously am in college, and for what I want to do, I need to go to college, but for some people, they don't. My best friend randomly moved to California and is living life there, and she didn't go to college, and she's so happy right now. So I really think that it's all about what you want to do in life and what, if school is for you. Like, some people just really are not good in school, and that's fine. But yeah, don't worry. Like, if you don't get the best grades in high school, don't think that that's gonna determine your future. But I do recommend trying hard, because if you don't try in anything, then you really aren't going to get that far if you're not trying. That's the thing. If you're just sitting on your computer all day, it's hard to believe that something is going to come and you're just gonna all of a sudden do well. You actually have to get up and try, but it's okay if you fall short of what your expectations are, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Number 9 is to stay close with your family. Your family will always be there for you, and I know I am always with my friends when I'm home, and I was always with my friends in high school, and my parents would get so mad at me, but really, it's so important to stay close with your family, because they're the ones that are going to be there for you in 30 years, 50 years, however long, and they're the ones that are always going to support you. Like, family always supports you, and I just think that's so important to stay close with your family, especially going through the high school, because there's a lot of ups and downs of high school, and sometimes you're going to hate it, sometimes you're going to love it, but it's so important to have that support system, and just to have your family like tell you like, hey, it's going to be okay. Don't worry, but it's going to be okay. And I think that's a really great thing, and I think parents are really wise, and older siblings are really wise, and they will give you insight that you yourself just don't would never have thought of or would never think, and they will reassure you, and I just think it's really important. And number 10, I think I've said so many times in this video, but senior year will be the best year of your life. Obviously, it might not be for everyone, but for the most part, most people I've talked to, senior year was so much fun. If I could redo senior year 20 million times, I would. It was that great for me. It wasn't that I was cool, it wasn't that I was popular, it was just that I had awesome friends, and I had an awesome time, and senior year, everyone comes together. Really, we had no friend, by senior year, every single friend group was friends with each other, and if there was a party or something, everyone would go, and it'd be so much fun. It wouldn't be sophomore year, if a friend group was hanging out and another one came, they'd be like, ew, what the heck are they doing here? No, senior year, everyone comes together, and it is awesome and great, and I really wish I could relive it because I just miss it so much. I hope those tips helped you, or that advice helped you at all. I will be doing a college version of this, obviously. I'm still a sophomore, in college. Today is actually my first day of class. I'm going to class right after I'm done filming this. And wish me luck, guys. Calc 3 is my first class of the day. Oh, it's 2 hours long too. Yay. Make sure that you guys let me know if you like this video, what other tips you guys have. I kind of want this to be interactive, so if you guys have any tips and you guys are just freshmen in high school or seniors in high school, any tips that you guys have, leave them down below if I missed anything, because I kind of want this to be interactive. But yeah, thumbs this video up if you want more school videos. I'm definitely going to be posting more school videos from now until September. I know school has basically started for everyone, but it's just kind of a beginning of school theme, I guess, series, I don't know. But yeah, thumbs this video up, and I will, yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye, guys! So it is currently about 7 a.m. and this is the start of a vlog. So I'm going to be vlogging because I'm going to Mexico, actually.